They're called John Does, and someone's identity is unknown, and the person may be the victim of a crime.
Yeah, in Baltimore, a recent John Doe case put the city police department's sole sketch artist to work, and what resulted was an image that took off on social media. Joining us right now, our colleague anchor Deborah Wiener with the turn of events that quickly followed.
So this is how I got to this story. I was on Facebook and saw this image, and I said, who is this in this photograph? The thing was, it was not a photograph, it is a sketch, and from an artist whose sketches have helped police solve kidnappings, murders, robberies, and much more. But this John Doe case was brought to life not just by the artist's expertise, but by a new tool that produced really startling results.
It was a gripping image, a picture you couldn't ignore. But this was no photograph, rather a lifelike sketch that went viral. The artist, Michael Streed.
So there's that hybrid blend of a photograph and art. So people don't take it too literal, but yet at the same time, it causes it to jump off the screen and get people's attention.
Late last month, Baltimore police officers found an unresponsive man near Lombard Street in Marketplace downtown. The victim, who did not have identification, had been experiencing homelessness, and they called his death suspicious. With no name, he was considered a John Doe.
Every time my phone rings, it's because someone got hurt really bad.
Enter the man known as the Sketch Cop, who we first met in 2017. A retired police sergeant who has produced thousands of forensic sketches, many of them for the Baltimore Police Department.
This image took you 4 hours to produce?
I examine the photos, I read the reports.
Michael Streed, who now works virtually from California, received photographs of the deceased and incorporated artificial intelligence. A far cry from how his sketch work appeared in 1979 and then evolved over the years. But AI, anthropology, Photoshop, and a keen artist's eye gave this John Doe unprecedented humanity.
It helps me enhance what's there. It helps me become a better artist and be able to serve the decedents themselves and their families and the detectives much better.
That was his permanent face.
When the Shields family saw the sketch on social media, they knew instantly. This was Marcel.
This picture was the first thing on my timeline. And as soon as I saw it, I immediately knew that that was my brother.
The eyes made him look familiar, but the mouth and chin looked just like Marcel, who was 37.
It was spot on.
The family covets childhood pictures of Marcel, before pictures. Before Marcel struggled with mental illness and homelessness, before he left his job at 7-Eleven, and before the family drove around his typical haunts to check on him. Marcel always refusing help, but happy to see them.
I would just go downtown to ride around and look for him. That was how I would find him. And I hadn't been able to find him. So days later, I see this sketch and it broke my heart.
Erica is Marcel's aunt.
Even though they're homeless, even though they may suffer from mental illness, there is someone somewhere that is thinking about them, that is praying for them, and just hoping that one day things will get better.
But for this sketch from Michael Streed, they might never have known that Marcel was not only unreachable, he was gone.
I just have to thank the artist for the accuracy, because we wouldn't have known.
I didn't like reading about how he died. I was grateful that I was able to do something to help his family and help him.
Michael Streed's sketches have led to high-profile convictions, including the killer of Rachel Morin in Harford County. In this case, the family is also hoping that it can answer questions for them about what is believed to be a pedestrian hit and run. If you have any information about what happened to Marcel, it was January 28th, it was around 2:15 in the morning, you're asked to please contact Baltimore Police. And in addition, the family has a GoFundMe to help lay Marcel to rest. And we have all this information on our website.
Fascinating.
Fascinating.
Story.
And
important work.
Important work. And I have to tell you, he was also recently asked to draw a sketch of the suspect in the Nancy Guthrie missing case. But he was not asked by law enforcement, but by someone in the media, and he politely declined. Only will do sketches by law enforcement request. Yeah.
He is so talented.
Yes,
So
indeed.
talented.
And helpful to families like that.
And our prayers are with the family.
Absolutely.
Certainly. And how about
you.
the advances in technology
Oh.
with the sketches now?
Oh, well, when you see it progress from left to right, it's worlds apart. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Of course.
Deborah.